What's up guys, DJ back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the hype train. Pokemon is hyped up right now, it is booming, it is super strong. We're going to be talking about hype in general. Usually people talk about hype as if it's a bad thing. It's very bad that Pokemon is being hyped up right now. A lot of celebrities getting into this, it's bad, it's hype, a lot of hype. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the difference between good hype and bad hype. In a way, you can say there's two sides to a coin, heads and tails. There's good, there's bads, we know that. I'm also going to talk about the two main reasons why hype can actually be a good thing for Pokemon, the hobby, and for us. So I'm going to talk about those two things and the differences between hype. So let's get into it. So guys, we're going to start off with the differences between bad hype and good hype. If you actually look it up in the dictionary, hype is more like seen as a negative thing, and that is why people probably talk about it more as a negative thing. But I'm going to try to highlight something and let you guys know that it's not a bad thing all the time. So the two main good things about hype, the two good points, are it brings awareness and excitement. And the second thing is it also increases sales. So I'll talk about those in just a second, but we'll focus on the differences. So I'm going to use Logan Paul as the example because that is recent news and most of you guys have probably heard about it and seen the videos that he's put out recently. I'm going to say Logan Paul coming into this hobby has changed quite a few things in a good way, and it has brought hype to Pokemon, right? So it's brought a lot of awareness and sales. So I'm going to talk about those in a sec. But what he's done is nothing that a lot of big YouTubers haven't done already. You know, Leonhardt, Unlisted Leaf, Real Breaker Nate, all these big YouTubers have bought booster boxes before. They've showcased it on YouTube. The only difference is this guy is classed as a big time celebrity kind of YouTuber. He's got like 23 million subscribers. So chances are he's going to bring a lot of awareness to it, and that is a good thing, which I'll talk about in a sec. I know I keep saying that, but that is what he's done. He's opened a box. He's opened up a booster box, a first edition booster box. He's bought some Pokemon items, and he's just told people about it. He's told the world about it, right? That can be seen as positive hype, right? He's saying, hey, look, I'm back into Pokemon. I used to collect Pokemon back in the day. I used to play the video games back in the day, and now I'm back and I'm, buying up Pokemon stuff, right? Or so to say, he's investing, right? And who are we to say that he can't do that, guys? Don't be hating, don't be salty. That's what he's done. So that is classified as good hype, bringing people in, right? The negative hype could be seen as when he posted that video, he had collecting guru man, so-called expert, right? Saying all these prices on some of these cards where he was he's meant to be an expert, but he's kind of giving false information on some of the prices or giving it sounded like guesses, or like he was saying $30,000 Bulbasaur. And of course, he's addressed some of these things on his Instagram, and there's been a lot of people talking about and making fun of him. And in a way, this hobby, there's a lot of us that have, been in this hobby for a while and we know what's going on. We're not really silly. So when people say, oh, that card could be $50,000, we're kind of like, nah, But for the people that don't really know and who haven't really, people who are new, the people that Logan Paul are bringing are, chances are they're going to be new people, right? And then there's this guy collecting guru or, so-called expert saying all these kind of like false prices to kind of hype up Pokemon, right? So that could be seen as a negative thing. It also, really affects the market, which we've seen. When evolutions booster boxes are going up in price, that's when it's like, ooh, what's going on? So there has been a lot of hype, right? So that's the easy way to tell kind of good hype and negative kind of hype that affects everyone. Either way, hype is going to affect everyone, right? So it's there, it's here to stay. Think of it like this, right? Before you go watch Avengers, one of, a huge Marvel film or any movie, right? What do? they promote it, right? They put out a trailer, they put out a teaser. At the end of the movie, they put out like a little scene from the next movie. You know, when you watch TV series, they do the same thing. Next time on this episode on Dragon Ball Z, they do that to create some sort of hype, right? So that's kind of like hype from the company. So these are external hypes that we're talking about here with Logan Paul and the celebrities, but Pokemon the company also do hype, right? They need it. They design it, kind of thing. Like businesses do it all the time when they put ads out, you know? If they didn't do that, people wouldn't buy the product. People wouldn't know, right? And that's where the whole awareness and the sales thing comes in, right? But Pokemon definitely do need hype. And you know, when they release out a set, like a new set, Vivid Voltage or something like that, and they say, ooh, amazing rares are going to be in it, but we're not going to show you the artwork. Or, you know, Shiny Charizard's going to come out in a set, but we're not going to show you what Charizard. You know, they're kind of teasing you. They're kind of, or, you know, before the set even releases, just before the pre-orders, you know, come out, they say, this card's going to be in the set. That creates hype, naturally. And people are going to talk about it, and people are going to be like, wow, that is a card that I need to chase. Wow, that's a set that I need to invest in, right? Or that's a set that I want to collect because it has all shinies and stuff. So, Pokemon do the whole hype thing too. It is nothing new. People are more skeptical about it now because it is either ruining their collection goals because prices are going up and they can't afford these things, or, you know, the investors are happy because, whoa, you know, my stocks, my investment portfolio has risen in price. So it is a good thing, right? So there is good outcomes, and unfortunately there's going to be some bad outcomes and some people getting either ripped off, or because they're unknowledgeable about these things, they tend to be very gullible and they listen to what a lot of people say, right? I try to give out as much information as I can based on facts. And I encourage people to, you know, give their thoughts in the comment section. So there are a lot of YouTubers doing similar videos to this, you know, where they're trying to give advice and giving pointers. The difference is you got to try to think for yourself and be like, what's this guy saying? Does it make sense? And like, is it helpful? And am I just talking out of my ass kind of thing? But you know what I mean, right? I'm not trying to create hype for a particular set. If I say Vivid Voltage, for example, is a good set to invest in because of A, B, C, D, amazing rares, pre-release Charizard, Charizard's good, Charizard, right? So I try to back it up with facts. Whereas with those kind of people that you're talking about as negative hype, like Gary Vee, for example, people have always, not always, but a lot of people have talked about him negatively kind of hyping out prices and Pokemon in a sense, because he doesn't really know much about Pokemon, right? He's doing all this by ear. And then, you know, when you do that Chinese Whispers game, you say the water is green, but the sky is blue, right? To somebody. And then he's going to say that to somebody else, but he's going to misinterpret that and say it as the sky is yellow and the grass is black, right? So the message gets disorientated. So somebody maybe advised him on some prices. Same with Collecting Guru Man, or same with anybody else that for some reason says there is no way the price is going to drop down, or the price for evolution booster boxes are going to 100% reach $10,000 in 5 years' time. The thing is, nobody really knows these things, and people get excited, overexcited, and they kind of make predictions. Predictions are fine, but you really got to try to back that up with some sort of evidence and stuff. So that is the whole negative stuff. I don't really want to focus on the negative hype because I think most of us know all about this negative hype stuff. I'm going to try to focus on the 2 points that are really actually positives for hype, right? And that is building awareness, excitement, and sales, okay? So building awareness and excitement, I kind of said excitement in the negative way because it can be negative when people get too overexcited and they make false accusations and stuff like that, or, you know, they start buying up things for, you know, crazy prices. But excited can be a good thing too, right? So when it builds awareness in a hobby like this and a collectible, the word collectible, it's like collect, right? If there's only one person collecting this, if there's only one person in this hobby, it's not really a hobby. It's more just like a self-interest. This one person's doing it, right? He can do whatever he wants. But when more and more people come, the better. the more the merrier, right? It is good that these people are coming, whether it's for the wrong reasons or the right reasons. I know that is very questionable these days. People are coming in for the money or for the love of Pokemon, either or maybe it's just the mix. We don't really know, but unless you ask every single person, right? But that's not really going to happen. So, whether you're here for the money or not, the thing is, you're coming in. You're buying stock. You're buying products. You're selling products. You're collecting products, right? So that brings in the sales, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But that is a good thing, because when the sales are up and when more people are in this and more people are engaged, it's good for collectors, because now I could trade with my best friend because now he collects Pokemon, right? Now I could trade with my neighbor because now he collects Pokemon, or now he invests in Pokemon, right? So there was a time where Pokemon was kind of at a dead end, where nobody was really doing this and it wasn't really cool. I think the money side has made it even cooler, especially for the adults. They're like, ooh, I can chase some big bucks now, or it's kind of like playing stocks only with cardboard, and it's much more fun than stocks because stocks is all numbers and stuff. And cards can be a bit more characters, fun, nostalgia, and numbers, right? Numbers is a bonus. So for the collectors, now that there's more people here, now I could trade my cards. Now I could sell more cards, get more money, buy more cards, right? For the investors, it's a good thing too, because you see rises in prices for evolutions, for example. You know, that people were holding on to that for a long time. Nobody was interested, and now there's new people that never had evolutions back in the day that are buying up evolutions for crazy prices because the supply is low currently, right? And that is probably one of the main reasons, all right? So it is a good thing for investors, it's a good thing for collectors, and ultimately it's a good thing for Pokemon, the hobby, and the Pokemon, the company, because of the sales thing. And that's how they link, right? When there's more people coming because of all this awareness and all this excitement for new cards and for investability, the sales go through the roof. And we always think about ourselves as the customer, the collector, the investor, but then we also got to think about Pokemon, the company. If they are not making money, how are they going to be, designing new cards, thinking up of a marketing scheme, thinking up of new sets and printing out new sets? Every business needs money, right? Money makes the world go round. Money makes a business go, successful. And they need sales, they need money. So the more people in this, the more money Pokemon can generate. And I know people are like, Pokemon #1 social media franchise, cool. They make a lot of money. But more is better, right? More is good. Money is good. So that is a good thing. And all that happens through hype, right? When they showed a trailer for Avengers Endgame, right? It hyped up a lot of people. Everybody went to the cinemas first day, they wanted to see it. Midnight screening, I was there, Everybody wanted to see it. Detective Pikachu, they put a trailer out. Whoa, there's a new Pokemon movie. Wow, there's a new Pokemon game. There's a trailer. There's something. There's something to build that hype and let people know this is coming out tomorrow. Better go see it and don't miss out, kind of thing. And that's what we do with pre-orders, That's why we have all these pre-order stuff. That's why we have YouTubers talking about sets. There's sets 20 years ago, 25 years ago, base set, right? There's hype for it now because there's not much out there and it's becoming expensive, it's becoming rare. When they do their thumbnails, when they do their titles, they say, I bought this $200,000 booster box. And that is like, anybody who likes money, not necessarily Pokemon cards, they see that $200,000. Why is it $200,000? And then they go down that rabbit hole looking up all these videos and be like, Pokemon is a thing. Let's invest. Let's collect. Oh, I used to buy that. That is cool. That whole awareness ties in with sales, and the sales goes into Pokemon, and Pokemon rewards us with new sets, new cards, and, something more collectible, They used to make sets like Steam Siege and Crimson Invasion, where those sets, technically, I like to say that most sets increase in value in regards to booster box, but some sets, because of collectability, loss of interest, not many good chase cards in it, and not many people in the hobby at the time, right? And overprinting stuff can lead to people just, not buying it, and that loses sales, and that box doesn't do well, and that drops in value, right? And that is not a good thing. But Pokemon's kind of found a recipe now to make nearly every single set, especially in modern, better than the next, or just as good as the last one, or just a really good collectible item / investable item, right? They try to think outside the box. They probably got more people working on it. PSA's doing well for it. Beckett's doing well for it. A lot of companies doing well for it. A lot of individuals doing well for this hobby. Any average G.I. Joe who's bought cards in the last year has done pretty well. So it's a good thing. People hyping Pokemon up can be a good thing. It brings the awareness, it brings the sales, makes the whole hobby go better, bigger, and stronger, right? So hype, not always a bad thing. Try to tell the difference between the goods and the bads. If you do your research, you do it well enough, and you listen to reliable sources, and don't always take everyone's word for granted. Even mine, for example, a lot of the stuff I'm saying is based on my own experience, some research as well. So you got to do your own research. You got to make up your mind as well what you want to do, whether you want to buy, you want to hold, you want to invest, you want to collect. So many options, so many things you can do in this hobby, but that's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys again in 2 to 3 days time. Bye.